What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Still Standing Garage. We're going to continue this block party after the quarter panel is done. So I already have some guide coat on this sprayed on there. It's a little light for me, so I'm going to spray a little bit more, make it darker to my liking so I can find those low spots if I have any. If you're a new viewer, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Follow the progress on this Monte here. We're going to get it painted. It's a project car, but it's still standing. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to start hitting it with 120 again and a cross pattern. I'm going to check it out right now. I want to start hitting it. Let's go. Alright, so this is where I'm at right now. Block part, pretty much half of the door already. As you can see, those dark spots are the epoxy that's underneath. That's what I laid under the urethane primer, which is what this is. So I'm paying for my mistake. When I primered this whole side, I primered it using the wrong PSI. I'll repeat that again if you guys missed it on the last video. But it sprayed a little too dry. So I didn't stack it up as good as I could, or it should have been. So now I'm having trouble with this primer, sanding it, and then in some areas it's coming off. Like I have to go deeper to remove the specks of guide coat, I should say. So as you can see right there, hopefully the camera can focus, but you see those specks of black, that's the guide coat. But the intention here is to continue blocking until everything is even and it's all pretty much this color. To remove the whole guide coat, that will tell us that this panel is completely straight. So because I have to remove that to block it all the way, like for example here, I stopped because I'm already hitting the epoxy down here, which tells me this is a low. So this right here, I'm not going to continue blocking to remove those specks because that is a low, because I'm already going to the bottom here. But here I'm not, but it's because of that primer, how I laid it. I made that mistake, so I'm really paying for it now. I'm still gonna lay another session of primer on this, another 3 coats, and I'm gonna spray it with the right PSI. So what ended up happening is I looked at the siphon gun PSI, which was like 40 PSI, and that's what I laid it with, when it's supposed to be between 22 to 26 PSI. So that's where my mistake was. So I'm gonna continue blocking the rest of it. I mean, I have to go to work right now, so I'm gonna stop now. But for you guys, the video is gonna continue because I'm continue working on it tomorrow, and it's all gonna be one video. But it's moving. So paying for my mistakes and learning from it. Now I know what I gotta look at the spec sheet a million times before spraying a new product to me, I guess. But everything else is it's going. One thing I want to note is that the areas that I put some body filler. So this area here has body filler, and then in the middle here has a couple of areas with body filler. Then we have body filler here, and then where the mirror is at, I put some bondo glass on there and some body filler on top of that, some lightweight. And then back there too, pretty much where the door meets the quarter panel, there's body filler there as well. So that side actually blocked out pretty nice. Like it came out pretty good. I didn't see anything low there. And then this area here, this is considered a low, but there's a transition here between the body line, the bottom of the door to the top. We have this line here, so it meets the rest of this door over here, but it's straight. So it makes it like a little indentation there, like if it's a low or a dent, I guess I should say. But I'm just gonna block it and continue removing it, even though it seems like a dent, but it's not. So, and then here, this here is gonna be a low. So I'm gonna have to give it some more attention later on after I finish blocking the rest of it. So let's keep it moving tomorrow. Right now for you guys, let's go. All right, so I decided that I'm just gonna finish blocking the rest of it, and then I'm not gonna pay so much attention to all the lows that I have, like the little specks that I have, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lay another 3 coats of the primer and then block it, and then at that point then I'll be okay with the whole lows that I have. But I think some of these specks, like I still have them here, you know, you can see them right there. I mean, if I continue blocking, I know I'm gonna dig into the epoxy like I am here. So I mean, my mistake is really bad, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I remember when I did spray the quarter panel over there that it was spraying okay, and then after is when I um, bumped up the PSI, the pounds of pressure, and yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish blocking it, and then we're gonna primer it again, and then go from there. But I was already planning on laying 3 more coats of primer anyways, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and go from there. But you live and learn, and I learn, and I'm living, so let's go. I'm gonna finish blocking that part right there. Let's go. Arms for days.
Perfect.
Okay, so the fender's already blocked off. It's already ready to go. I did found a real deep area here. Not too deep, but I could feel the dents there. So that's a low. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that with 80 grit and get it down to metal, and I'm gonna lay some body filler there. And then same thing with this one here. This is a low. I could feel it too. So I'm gonna scuff this area with 80 grit as well, down to metal, and then put some body filler there. And if you guys remember, I did have a low somewhere in this area here, but that blocked off. It came off pretty good. And then like I said, all those other specs that I see, like even this one right here, that one's kind of light, so I'm gonna leave that there. And then when I lay the 3 coats of that urethane primer again, the high build, I think that's all gonna block out. And then if there's other areas that I do find as lows, then I'm gonna go ahead and take care of them at that time. But I don't think that's deep enough, and I can't feel them, so learning from those mistakes. All I have to do now is hit the whole bottom side of the whole car, driver's side, passenger side, and prep it again for that primer. For right now, I'm just gonna take care of that spot, and then that spot up there, and then we'll go from there. Alright YouTube, so these 2 spots are already done. Blocked them out already. So they're at 80 grit right now. But you see how these the body filler actually transitions really smoothly, look kind of creamy there. That's one thing that it took me a while to learn. I mean, I'm still learning, I'm not an expert. But I always kept going, and I pretty much took off the whole body filler, and then I would have to apply more and apply more. But now, you know, most of it ends up on the floor anyways. But yeah, this is what I'm always looking for, that after looking at the experts doing this stuff. Same thing here. You see that? Nice and creamy there. I'm still gonna hit these areas with 120 and then 180. Yeah, so stay tuned for those next videos. I'm gonna end this one here so that way I can upload it and have something for you guys to see my progress on. So then next Friday it's gonna be the rest of the car, hopefully primering it and masking and all that great stuff. We're gonna keep going. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm paying for my mistake on this one, so it's all good. The price is only time, and we gotta keep going and get this done.